Okay, welcome to another rendition of Math is Easy Step by Step. Here today we're going to try to take an improper fraction and convert it to a mixed number. It's important to understand that an improper fraction is top heavy. Just like you see here, the fraction, the numerator, the top part of the fraction is a number that is larger than the denominator or the bottom part of the fraction. It's improper. It's top heavy. Normally you would see a number in a proper fraction that is smaller on top, larger on the bottom. That's just a traditional fraction. So what are we going to do? Hey, we're going to simply divide top, that's the numerator, in this example is 9, by the bottom, the denominator in this example is 2. So I've color coordinated them, but first it's important to understand how would you write this division problem. You can write a division many different ways. So the first way, of course, 9 divided by 2 is shown right here, 9 divided by 2. Or 9 with the division symbol, 2. First is the fraction, second is using the division symbol. And then the third is to use the divisor bar, right? The divisor bar here, where we have 9 divided by 2. And this is the form we will use. Why? Because I'm going to show you the formula of what you're going to do with the top number, the remainder, and then the original denominator value. And that makes up kind of like the formula of what we're going to see here. So on the next page, I'd like to do some examples for you. So let's just take a look at the formula on how to create an improper fraction from our mixed number. So here we have 9 divided by 2. And this is the way I'd like you to write it. 9 divided by 2. Now the formula to create your mixed number, the denominator will always stay the same. So our denominator in this example is 2. The denominator will remain 2. And as you can see in the answer, it is 2. So what are you going to put on the top part of this fraction to create this mixed number? Well, the top part of the fraction is your remainder, right? Your remainder. And I'll go over the problem in a second. Right now I'm just showing you the formula. And then the number that goes in front of the fraction is the whole number on top of your divisor bar. So that whole number would be your whole number here, as you see. Whole number, original denominator, remainder as we divide. So let's go through the problem. I have 9 divided by 2. I need to think of a number that multiplies times the 2 that is equal to or smaller than the 9. All right, I don't want to find a number or a value that's bigger than 9. That will not work. And I know 2 times 4 will give me 8. 8 is a number less than 9, so that works. 2 times 4 is 8. So once I find that number, 8, I'm going to subtract it from the 9. Okay, some of you refer this to long division. So this is long division, if you're familiar with that. So again, 2 times 4 is 8. 8 is a number less than 9. So now what I'm going to do is subtract the product, 2 times 4, which is 8, from the number inside the divisor bar. So 9 minus 8 gives me a remainder of 1. Now I'm going to come over here and look at my formula, right? In order to create a mixed number, you take the top number over the divisor bar. Hey, that becomes your whole number. Can you see down here? That's 4. The remainder of 1, as you subtracted 8 from 9, that goes on the top. That's your new numerator, right? The remainder is your new numerator, 1. And of course, the denominator of 2 will stay the same. So I've converted 9 over 2 into an improper fraction, into a 4 1/2, or what's called a mixed number. So this is the formula. Again, the whole number goes in front, the remainder is on top, and the bottom number of your fraction will always stay the same. Let's do a couple of examples here. Now, as you're starting to learn, math is a language. You need to learn the language. So a lot of times I will give you the math language. For example, numerator, denominator. But most often I focus on just kind of standard English or the slang so you could understand. Okay. So, hey, let's convert these improper fractions into a mixed number. So first off, I'm going to rewrite this as 12 divided by my denominator 7. Remember, every fraction's a division problem. Okay, so my goal is to find a number that multiplies times 7, find a product that is 12 or less. So 7 times 2 is 14. 14 is larger than 12, so that will not work. I know 7 times 1 is 7. So I'm going to subtract 7 from 12, which gives me a value of 5. Gives me a value of 5. And remember, the remainder is going to be the new top part of the fraction. So 5 will be the top part of the fraction. The bottom part of the fraction, or the denominator, is 7. It always will stay the same. Oh, excuse me. It will always stay the same. And of course, the number on top of the divisor bar there will be our whole number in front of the fraction. 1 5/7 is our mixed number. So we've gone from improper fraction to mixed number. Hey, let's do another example. Of course, if I'm going too fast, you can pause and rewind this video and watch it as seems fit. Okay, so step 1, we're going to take 15, put it inside the divisor bar, and of course the 4, which is our denominator, goes on the outside. Now, my goal is to find a number that multiplies times 4 and gets me as close to 15 without going over 15. So I know 4 times 3 is 12, and 4 times 4 is 16. So I'm not going to use 4 because 16 is greater than or larger than 15. So I'll use 3. 4 times 3 is 12. I'm going to subtract 12 from 15, and that gives me a remainder value of 3. So my remainder, if you can remember, is the top part of my new fraction. It's my new numerator, right? That remainder is the new top part of the fraction. The denominator, the original denominator, will stay the same, and it will continue to be our denominator here. And then the whole number, 3, on top of the divisor bar, as you see here. And here is our solution, 3 3/4. Okay, moving forward, let's do one more example. And I really hope that this is helping you. I'd like to show you the previous example, so maybe you could test yourself and see if you can convert this improper fraction into a mixed number. So again, 11 goes inside the divisor bar, and 10, our denominator, goes on the outside. Now, what number times 10 will get me closest to 11 without going over? Well, 10 times 2 is 20. 20 is way too big, so I know 10 times 1 will get me closest. 10 times 1 is 10, and if I subtract that from 11, I will get a remainder of 1. Remember, that remainder of 1 is the top part. The remainder of 1 is that top part of the fraction, our new mixed number fraction. The denominator, the original denominator of 10, will be our denominator here of our mixed number fraction. It stays the same. And of course, the value above the divisor bar will be our new whole number, which is 1. Our answer, or the conversion from improper to proper, is 1 and 1/10. I hope this video was helpful for you. Stick around. I'm going to show you how to convert mixed numbers back into proper fractions.